in the top 3 over in League 2 as Barrow make their push for automatics. Will they still be there after this coming weekend? We're going to take a little look. Today we'll take a look at match number 21, of course, over in League 2, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe button, bang up to all things League 2 related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to all here, boys, under one roof. Of course, still top of the table is Stockport County with, of course, Hollywood FC still in second spot, but it is very, very tight. Just 1 point separating second from 6. Goodness gracious me. So a blip up this weekend could see you tumble from the automatics into the playoffs. And then, of course, you're going to be fair game. We'll take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, people shout about VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And, of course, make sure you bang the old likey, bang the old subscribe in a non-stop shop here for League 2 action. Up and 78% of you are still unsubscribed. So, recording this a little bit ahead of time because it is the FA Cup is dominating this coming weekend. So, I'm actually recording this slightly ahead of it. So, bear that in mind. There will be a game for each and every one of these clubs before this actual game takes place. So, we're going to talk about all that in a minute. This is, of course, a recap of the results this past midweek, the double match week, which saw Stanley lost a 7-goal thriller to Swindon, 4-3 in the end. Meanwhile, Barrow, big 2-0 winners of Walsall. I'm with the 1-0 win myself. Doncaster Rovers are making a push up the table now. 3-1 win over Colchester, 2-1 win in my eyes. Gillingham with a 1-0 win over Wimbledon. I'm on with the draw myself. Morecambe, I'm expecting them to free fall like a bloody stone here. 2-1 win for Newport County. I went with a draw as well. Bradford City, 3-0 winners over Forest Green, and I expect them to make a push upwards the table. They're looking good right now. Our Bradford 2-1 win for me. Meanwhile, Depot FC 2-2 draw against Harrogate, which was a surprise. But a lot of teams in and around them also didn't really take full advantage of that slip up. MK Dons only drew with Grimsby, 2-1 win for me. Notts County did win though, 3-1 win for them against Crawley. Stockport County did draw with Salford, 0-0 in the end, and Crewe with a 1-1 draw against Sutton United. Those are the games in the midweek, and this is of course the prediction league right here, right now. This is the mini league, of course, for the past week. Ollie with, of course, 5 points. Well done to him. Andy and Shepherd in bronze/silver. So here is the overall leaderboard. If you see your name in there twice, congrats. Well, then I'll have to add you up later. But 100 points, breaking the triple-digit mark. First off the block, it is James Buse FC. You don't get anything for that. You just get a bit of a shout-out. So well done to him. Andy's in second. Frosty's in third. And then, of course, the chasing pack. This is, of course, the leaderboard as it stands. As you can see, Stockport County are comfortably top of the table. 42 points. Wrexham are on 37 with Barrow on 37. Then it's Mansfield, Crewe, and Notts County all on 36. Wow. Gillingham are the next best treat in 7th. Swindon are back in it, as does Stanley. And, of course, Wimbledon not too far away, and MK Dons are there nearest to end dearest. This is the link if you want to get involved with the free Super Brittle Prediction League, whatever you want to call it. And, of course, these are the next round of games, are they? These aren't the next round of games. These look like fakies. Fakies to your makies. What the fuck's going on here? In fact, these are the games, of course, coming at you this coming match week. Busy week, of course, following on from those FA Cup games. We're going to start right here at the top of the hour with Stanley. They go take on Doncaster down over at Accrington. Stanley played each other 13 times since 2006. We've got 7 wins for Stanley, 3 for Doncaster, and 3 draws. Of course, biggest win for Stanley was a 1-0 win. They got 18 goals in those 13 matches, 1.38 goals a game on average. Doncaster under Grant McCann, 2-0 win. Their biggest, 16 goals scored in 13 matches, 1.23 goals a game. They're on 58% form at Doncaster right now, 17th at the table with 23 points on the board. 3 wins in the last 6 games. Accrington, just the 1 win in the last 6, 17% form, 9th at the table and 29 points on the board. Last time around, though, over at Stanley in the league, it was a 1-0 win for Stanley back in August 2021. That was in League 1. They also played each other twice already this season. Wow, we were. Once at the keep mode, 2-2 it was in the FA Cup. That was forced into a replay where Doncaster won at extra time. 2-1 winners over Stanley last round. The odds here for this one, 5-4 on, is your Stanley looking for a revenge there. 11-4 is the draw, 60-5 is, of course, your away win here. Backing a 2-1 win for Stanley to get that revenge and maybe move up the table as well. Whoa, bye! Shut your eyes, close your eyes. You didn't see it. You didn't see it. Men in Black, that son of a bitch. All right. Barrow has played Gillingham twice. It's 2-1 for Barrow, nothing for Gillingham. 1 draw as well. Biggest win for Barrow. 2-1 win. They got 3 goals scored in those 2 games. 1.50 goals a game on average. Gillingham just 2 goals scored in those 2 games. A goal apiece on average. 50% form for Gillingham right now. 3 wins, 3 defeats over the last 6. They are 7th with 31 points on the board right now. Barrow, though, 6 wins on the spin. At least 6 wins on the spin. 3rd in the table and 37 points on the board right now. Last time around in Barrow, 2-1 win it was for Barrow. Of course, looking good at the moment. Last time around, or bookies odds, even Stevens for Barrow, 23-10 is the draw, 40-5. It is a 2-0 win, of course. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is a 2-0 win. None the same. Bradford City against Salford City, of course, coming at you over at Valley Parade. Played each other 9 times. Since 2019, 3 wins for Bradford, 5 for Salford, and 1 draw. Graham Alexandra up against his old club, if I'm right, if my memory serves me. Bradford, of course, 3-2 win, their biggest. 7 goals scored in 9 games, 0.78 goals a game on average. Salford, though, 3-0 win, their biggest, scoring 12 goals in 9 games, 1.33 goals a game on average. They're down to 18th right now. Our Salford, they're in a bit of trouble, 22 points on the board. No wins in the last 6. Bradford, though, 3 wins on the bounce. 50% form for them right now, 40 for the table, and 26 points on the board as we speak. Bradford, though, 3-2 winners last time round at Valley Parade, back on New Year's Day. That was earlier in the calendar year. 2019 on, they are favoured for the victory here. 5-2 is draw, and 11-4 is your away win. Backing a squeaky 1-0 win for Bradford to take the 3 points and send Salford free falling. Colchester United against Crawley in the Battle of the Seas. That's right, coming at you over in Colchester. Played each other 22 times in 2012. 4 wins for Colchester, 10 for Crawley, 8 draws as well. Biggest win for Colchester, 3-1 win. They got 24 goals in those 22 matches, 1.09 goals a game on average. Crawley, though, 3-0 win, their biggest. 30 goals scored in 22 matches, 1.36 goals a game. They're on 50% form. Are Crawley, won 3 and lost 3. They're on 13th for the table with 27 points on the board. Up against Colchester, down in 21st with 20 points. Just 1 win in 5 for them. 42% form for them, though, heading into this last time round. They're in Colchester. 2-2 it was back in October 2022. In fact, it was a double draws last time round. In fact, Crawley unbeaten against Colchester over the last 6. 4 draws and a couple of wins. The odds here, 30-10 is your Colchester, 5-2 is the draw, 90-10 is your way. When we're back in Crawley to get a point here as the draws continue. Morecambe against Stockport County, a bit of a northwest crunch clash, but it is a bit of a trip up there to Morecambe. Played each other 4 times in 2007, 3 for Morecambe, 1 for Stockport, 0 draws. Biggest win for Morecambe, 5-0 win. They got 10 goals scored in those 4 games, 2.5 goals a game on average. Stockport, though, 2-1 win, their biggest. 2 goals scored in those 4 games, 0.50 goals a game on average. Stockport on 58% form for them right now, just 1 win in 4. They are top with 42 points. Up against Morecambe, just 1 win in 6, 17% form for them right now. They are 12th in the table with 27 points. Last round, in Morecambe, it was that 5-0 win, as Morecambe did the double last time around, was way back in the 2010-2011 season. The odds here, though, for this one, Morecambe are 4-1 for the victory, 10-7 on is just Stockport red hot favourites, 11-4 is the draw. And they are red hot favourites. Give me the 3-0 win on the road. Next up, we have Forest Green Rovers against Deadpool FC. That's right. It's, of course, Wrexham coming at you over at a vegan land. Played each other 18 times, 2008, 4 wins for Forest Green, 8 for Wrexham, 6 draws, of course. Biggest win for Forest Green, 3-0 win. They got 18 goals in those 18 games. You could do the math on that one. Meanwhile, 3-1 win, the biggest for Wrexham, 21 goals scored in 18 matches, 1.17 goals a game on average. Our second, of course, Wrexham right now, 37 points on the board, 75% form heading into this. Up against the Vegans, 33% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 4, though. 23rd in the table and 15 points on the board. Last time around in Forest Green, it was a 3-0 win for the Vegans back in March 2017. Of course, the odds right here, right now, we are looking at Forest Green coming at you 17-4 for the victory, 13-8 on is, of course, your Deadpool FC, and 3-1 is the draw. Going to go with a 2-0 win for Wrexham, taking the 3 points and maintaining automatic spot right there. Grimsby up against Crewe, of course, coming at you over in Grimsby. Now, these two sides have played 21 times since 1998. 6 wins for Grimsby, 11 wins for Crewe, 4 draws, of course. Biggest win for Grimsby, 4-0 win. They got 19 goals in those 21 matches, 0.90 goals a game. Crewe, though, 5-0 win, their biggest. 34 goals scored in 21 matches, 1.62 goals a game on average. Crewe, though, unbeaten in the last 6, 83% form for them right now. They are 5th with 36 points on the board. Up against Grimsby, unbeaten also in the last 6, 67% form for them right now, 20th for them, and 20 points on the board, of course. Last round at Grimsby was a 2-0 win. In fact, Grimsby have won the last 3 at home against Crewe without conceding a goal. In fact, they've won 4 of the last 5 in both home and away without conceding a goal against Crewe, of course. But the odds right here, right now, we're looking at Crewe 13-10 for the victory, 9-5 is your Crewe, 13-5 is the draw. I think it's gonna be a draw here, guys. 8-8, 8-8 draw, which I believe translates to, I think, a 0-0. A 0-0, 1-1, I don't know, I'm not changing it. Sticking by my guns. 8-8 draw. Meanwhile, Mansfield coming at you up against MK Dons, coming at you over in Mansfield. Played each other 7 times. He's done 6-1 win for Mansfield, 3 for MK Dons, and 3 draws. Biggest win for Mansfield, 2-1 win. They got 6 goals in those 7 games, 0.86 goals a game on average. Meanwhile, of course, MK Dons 1-0 win there because they've scored 8 goals in the 7 games, 1.14 goals a game on average. MK Dons just 1 defeat last 6, 67% form for them right now. They're up to 11th up against Mansfield, who are 4th with 36 points, but they're on 42% form for them without a win in 3. Last time around over at Mansfield, it was a 1-1 draw back in October 2018. MK Dons unbeaten against Mansfield over the last 5, picking up 3 wins and a couple of draws as well. But the odds right here right now, we're looking at Mansfield 5-4 on for the victory, 11-4 is the draw, 16-5 is of course your MK Dons. 2-1 win for Mansfield on this one, picking the 3 points. And of course keeping the heat in the top 3. Notts County want to get into that top 3. They are taking on Walsall this weekend over in Notts County. Played each other 14 times, done 5 wins apiece and 4 draws. Biggest win for the county, 3-0 win. They got 18 goals in 14 matches, 1.29 goals a game on average. Walsall 5-1 win their biggest, 19 goals in those 14 games, 1.36 goals a game. Just a 1 win though in 6 for Walsall right now, 25% form for them. They had 19th with 21 points. Up against Notts County, 3 wins, 3 defeats of the last 6, 50% form for them right now. They are 6th right now, 36 points on the board, within a win though of getting in those automatics. Last time around though, over at Notts County, it was a 2-1 win for Walsall. That's back in November 2014, and it was in League One. Notts County unbeaten. Walsall unbeaten in the last 4 between these two sides. A couple of wins and a couple of draws, of course. Meanwhile, the odds here, 50-8 odd is your Notts County, 3-1 is the draw, 11-2 is your Walsall here. It's going to be a home win here, 3-1 win for them. Notts County again keeping up the heat in the race for promotion. Meanwhile, Sutton United against Harrogate Town. That's right, coming at you over in Sutton. Played each other 9 times in 2018. 7 wins for Sutton, 1 win for Harrogate, 1 draw. Of course, biggest win for Sutton, 2-0 win. They got 14 goals in 9 games, 1.56 goals a game on average. Harrogate on the flip side, 2-0 win. Their biggest, 7 goals scored in those 9 games, 0.78 goals a game on average. Of course, Harrogate without a win in 4 now, 50% form for them over the last 6. They are 16th with 24 points on the board. Up against Sutton United, they are 24th, rock bottom right now, 14 points on the board, but just 1 defeat of the last 6. They are grinding out draws right now. The draw specialists, 4 of the last 5 have been draws. Last round though, in Sutton, it was a 2-1 win for Sutton, who are unbeaten against Harrogate over the last 6 occasions, picking up 6 wins on their bounce. Can they get the 7th? Wow, we will have to wait and see on this one. The odds right here right now, we look at Sutton 11-10 for the victory, 12-5 is draw, 12-5 is also your away win. Going to go with a board draw here. Stinks like a draw, 0-0 in the end. Of course, as Sutton just keep on doing that. Meanwhile, Tranmere up against Newport County coming at you in Prenton Park. Is that where they play? Played 11 times to 2014. 2 for Tranmere, 6 for Newport County, and 3 draws. Biggest win for Tranmere, 1-0 win. They got 7 goals in those 11 games, 0.64 goals a game on average. Newport County 3-1 win, scoring 13 goals in 11 games, 1.18 goals a game. Newport County back-to-back wins, 58% form for them, 15 for the table, and 25 points on the board. Up against Tranmere on 50% form for them right now. 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6. However, just 1 defeat in the last 5. 22nd in the table and 18 points right now. Last time around in Tranmere, it was a big 3-1 win for Newport County, who've won 4 on the bounce against Tranmere, both home and away. The odds here for this one, though, Tranmere 29-20 for the victory, 5-2 is draw, and 70-10 is, of course, Newport County. 2-1 win for me, for Tranmere to take the points and, of course, give themselves a big old boost. And then wrap it up. It is Wimbledon. It is Swindon. It's at Plough Lane, of course. Played each other 9 times in 2011. We've got 2 wins for Wimbledon, 3 for Swindon, and 4 draws. Biggest win for the Dons, 4-1 win. They got 9 goals in 9 games. You could do the math on that one. Meanwhile, Swindon, 5-1 win. Their biggest, 13 goals in 9 games, 1.144 goals a game on average. Swindon, though, back-to-back wins for them, 42% form for them. They're up to 8th. Of course, 30 points on the board. Up against Wimbledon, who are 10th, 28 points on the board. 4 wins in the last 6 games. However, 2 defeats in the last 3. Last time around, though, in Wimbledon was a 5-1 win for Swindon, who, of course, looking to get themselves into that playoff positions. The odds here, we have 5-4. Actually, even Stevens, actually, for Wimbledon. 14-5 is draw, 23-10 is, of course, your Swindon Town. We're backing a 1-0 squeaky bum win here for Wimbledon to make a push and possibly leapfrog Swindon in the process. That's, of course, my picks right there. And that 8-8 draw was 1-1. So that's what that was. And of course, as you can see, this is what the table will look like, I think. I think this is what the table will look like. Yes, indeed. Stockport County, Wrexham and Barrow pretty much as you are. Mansfield, of course, remain in 4th. Notts County up to 5th. Crewe and then Stanley going down. Sutton United and Forest Green Rovers. bit of a gap opening up between themselves and, of course, Colchester. But, of course, that's the link. And this is me, of course. Make sure you get your predictions in. Make sure you smash the old likey, get the YouTube algorithm working for you. And also make sure you subscribe. A whopping 78% of you are still not subscribed, of course. But anyway, we're back, of course. Busy week ahead. FA Cup action or just around about now. And then, of course, these games are just around the corner. But until then, I'll see you soon for the next one.